Fly, and I'm sure you're all wondering why did I choose a Q&A for a late night video. Just because I'm kind of bored and it's late at night. Plus I'm playing something pretty calming. Now I'm in the peaceful creative mode, so really the only thing that unsettles me is that I'm close to a lot of different areas. So I'm close to where Reaper Leviathan is, which is actually just up there. I found this cool wreckage and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna build a site near it, which I did, which so far kind of looks pretty good. But as we all know, I always hated playing this, especially during late night areas, because this game's meant to be a horror game, and I can see why people are now afraid of it. But it's been a very long time since I've actually sat down and played it. So I figured as a video for, you know, one of my comeback videos, why not play something with pretty much no one around and just kind of relax and build, essentially. So really all I'm doing right now is just, like I said, I'm bored, it's late at night, kind of mellow, so it's like I'm chilling. I'm enjoying myself here, alright? So really all I'm doing is I'm pretty much just sitting here like, alright, well, what to do? I didn't want to play the actual game, so I ended up playing the creative mode, kind of. So, as you all know, I haven't been streaming often, and I feel like there are some people who at least want to know where I've been. So I'm giving some of you guys an opportunity, because I know some people like to come in my streams later towards the night, and some don't, but I figured, you know, some people would like to know where I was off at, or what I was doing. The answer is really nothing. I've just been kind of refusing to stream lately because I've been kind of debating upon quitting YouTube and going over to Twitch, which you guys have heard me say a bunch before, and I'm sure some of you guys are getting like to that stage of, Jake, when are you actually gonna do it? Like, come on. Well, first off, I'm still debating, and I need to figure out how to get my account, and I need to figure out if I'm willing to put enough work into it, or just keep on doing YouTube regardless on how crappy the services are. Now if you guys are wondering why it's lagging, it's because this is all I've built so far, and I'm not even done. I'm gonna make some extra sections, a little bit elevated, but I'm gonna try and keep them all in like a compact area. So I have like my scanner rooms and everything, just so I can, you know, go roam around and safely. And I figured I'd also use this for one of the talk shows, because I know some people like to tune in for the talk shows that we do. Some people don't, some people do. And then there are just like the mixed opinions on, you know, that topic there. So in all actuality, I'm just building a section for us to just kind of chill at. And like I said, I'm in creative, so technically it shouldn't matter. I know I'm going to get a comment like that eventually. But it's just kind of like this is something as I really want to like just chill, because if we're quiet for a second. You'd be surprised on how calming that gets. Like, I might even just use this when I'm, you know, playing music. I might honestly play a little bit of music during the stream, so for those of you who probably tune this in later, I hope you guys don't mind if I actually do play music, because I've been finding a lot of really calming songs that, like, it's the mix of creepy but calm that I usually look for, because I like Russian lullabies, which they sound creepier, but I've never known their actual translation. So half the time I'm just sitting there singing along with it, because I know enough Russian to get by there. Which, one of the main ones is Tili Tili Boom, which is actually how it's said. Like, if I played the song, you'd sit there like, Jake, you're not saying it right. It's Tili Tili Boom. Or Bomb. Bomb or Boom. I don't know, it's something along there, that's all I know. My dad would probably know better. But, I just kind of enjoy playing this game for what it is, so I always just enjoy running around and building a habitat, essentially, which is really just a home. A home inside your new home for about, like, 99.9% of the game that you're doing here. That's pretty much what you have to deal with. So, this is kind of like a mix of things that I'm going to be doing. One of the main ones, though, is trying to kind of explain what's been going down since I left. Not really much, but not a whole lot at the same time. So it's kind of the mix of, you know, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm just not active as much as I used to be on this channel. Because it's like, it's kind of been, the content has been kind of lowering lately, I've noticed, because we always have that one person who likes to ruin it, or something along that line, but it's just kind of one of those things where it frustrates me when I'm trying to do something, especially on stream, but nobody ever listens. So I don't stream as often, and I haven't been streaming as often because of that exact reason. So that's one of the main parts of why I hate doing YouTube, because there are so many people who just don't care about your success. Like, as a person, like, as a human being that I am, even though I don't consider myself, if you guys don't know this is an inside joke amongst about maybe 70% of my friends. I don't consider myself to be a human being. I don't even know what I am. Anyway, so the idea is we all just kind of do our own thing. I choose to do my own thing more than 70% of the time because I just refuse to be a follower. So that's one of the main things on my case here. I refuse to be the one who follows, so I'm building my own stuff. I don't want to follow the storyline. I mean, I can, even in creative. I just don't want to, because that just ruins the purpose of said, you know, story. But like I said, this is just allowing me to kind of have some, you know, calm and clarity to myself, because I've always found this game really calming, especially during the night times when normally, like, everything's so much spookier, but it isn't spooky if you're smart about it. But that's one of the main things people don't understand, is that a game can be scary, but it isn't scary if you do it properly. So, like, let's say I wanted to go play this at like 3 in the morning. I'm not dumb, but I'm not smart. So I choose the creepiest place to build a home, which is the dumb part of my job here. But I build in an oddly satisfying area at the same time. So these noises would normally freak people out considering it's similar to the ambience, but let me just show you. All my volume, my ambience is all the way up because I had that up for some odd reason. I actually have my master volume, and I always turn down my voice volume because I hate listening to quote-unquote Siri. But that's not ambience, that's the Reaper Leviathans and everything roaming around. But I find it oddly calming to be in this region, regardless on, you know, what's out here. Some people will disagree and say, Jake, you're nuts. I say, okay, that's your part there. I won't judge you there harshly. But you all know me very well if you've been on this channel for a while. I'm a unique type of I enjoy this creepy game. I enjoy to build and relax. I always have. You just never see it. Like, you think all these huge builds cause major stress when I'm playing these games. No, actually, they're oddly calming to me. Because I get to plan something. Like, I didn't plan this, but then as I slowly looked at the terrain, I started planning out what I wanted. So one of the main things you'll do in these games is you'll learn how to plan for a base. You'll learn how to plan for pretty much everything you'll see. So, like, I saw this little area, and I was like, oh, this is a cute area, that's a cool shipwreck, let me just build a base here, because I thought that was cool. And that's what most people don't understand about certain games. Some people don't understand that the best things in the game are sometimes the things that other people refuse to look at. Like, most would refuse to look out here and say that they're safe. Oddly enough, this area is pretty safe, even with that Reaper Leviathan hanging overhead. As long as I'm, you know, in an area where I know I feel comfortable, I can honestly just sit here and just watch the game go on. Like, there's a reason I built an observatory over there, because regardless on how many things I'm actually going to do in this, the observatory is just something that I get a nice pretty much, you know, a good view of just this area right here, which most people, like I said, aren't gonna like. I enjoy it. So as someone who personally plays, you know, this kind of game, not to torment themselves, but to relax seems odd. And I can understand where people come from when they say you're an odd person. And I mean, I get that anyway. I mean, look at my content. I'm a weird guy. But this to me is an oddly calming place. Just as creepy music is sometimes oddly calming. So I'm going to ask you guys a simple question, and you can answer this in the comments, or if you join the stream at some point, I'll remind you this every here and there. So if you, because take your time thinking, like take your time on thinking about this, because some people would say, no, I absolutely hate this, or yes, I absolutely love it. But really, do you actually? Think about it, take your time. Because this is one of those things where it's not going to make sense right away, or if it does, you're going to try and go for the immediate, like, what you think is the right answer. There's no right or wrong here. The only things that are right or wrong in this area right now is just the fact that I'm calm about this. Tell me now, or whenever you feel like it, like, think about it. Tell me that this, like, if you just stayed quiet, like, I'm gonna put down my controller and I'm gonna look out right where that warper would be, right over there. And I'm just gonna stay quiet, and I want you guys to think. Is this calming to me? This would be that time to think. I'm gonna take off my headset too, because I'm gonna eat and drink a little bit. So I'm gonna let you guys sit here and listen to this and just relax to this. Okay. So I'm not done eating, and I took my drink. Now, at some point, I want you guys to answer to this. Was that oddly calming? If it wasn't, go back to the time that I stopped, which was about 11 seconds. And stop at about 13 seconds at 25. And close your eyes this time. Just listen. Or don't even look at it, just listen. And you wouldn't think that something that, you know, is actually quite scary in all reality could make such a calming noise. So, that's one of those main plot points here that I'm gonna give. Sometimes the creepiest of things are always the most calming of things. Sorry, I'm texting somebody as we speak. This was actually one of my friends' at this point, girlfriends. Not sure exactly if she wants to come and join, so... So, besides that... That is not the right type of witch that I meant to spell. Sorry. What again? Yet again, texting this person. Alright. So, it's interesting. So it's a fun concept to remember, guys. Sometimes creepy things are actually the most calming things. So, like, I'm afraid of the dark. I have been for the past couple years, and I still am, and I'm 17. It's still a pretty rational fear. It's not that I fear the dark, it's that I fear what's in the dark. Which is what most people don't seem to say. Like, I don't fear the dark, I fear what's in the dark, what could be lurking. So that's like a fun... It's kind of like a fun concept to remember one of these days, guys. So, always remember, it's not what you fear that scares you, it's what is behind that fear. So like I said, I fear the dark. I cannot stand it. I never will. And this game once scared me. And I can sit here, closest thing to everything that I feared, and be oddly satisfied by the noises they make. Now, unfortunately, there's not, you know, as many as these beautiful noises down here. But even just one of these makes just enough audible noise for me to just sit here and listen. Like my dad, for example, he has Bluetooth earbuds. And sometimes he uses them when he's in bed, which is, I'm pretty sure is normal for everybody sometimes. They use wireless or some sort of earbuds. But the concept here is, what I'm trying to say is, sometimes the weirdest things help. But in my dad's case, he listens to scary stories before he goes to bed. Just as I'll sometimes watch a creepy story or listen to creepy music just before I go to bed. And I always listen to creepy music, definitely towards the nighttime. So when it comes to night, I'm chilling, listening to stuff like, you know, The Hunger Games. You know, what was it? The Hangin' Tree song from, I believe it was the third episode one. The third of the franchise, the third movie of the franchise. And I'm not referring to the books. But I enjoy it, and it has like some weird meaning to it. Like, if I told you the real story behind Ring Around the Rosie, would you really like that song? Maybe. But once you truly know, it's not going to be the same. But, you know, some people are interested by it because it has this weird history. Like, I'm just going to quickly say this, and I'm sorry if I'm ruining your favorite song when you were young or something. But Ring Around the Rosie was originally based on the Black Plague. Just as that's from something I hate, the Reaper Leviathan. The noises are oddly calming. And even the warper in the background, that doesn't scare me as much. And look, that thing's like maybe 50 feet from where I'm at. 50 meters, whatever. But it's not scary to me. And I'm 382 meters, so even if I was in a bad position, I was in a bad position to start with. But these few noises, they don't scare me. Just as like the Reaper Leviathans. Everyone says that's the scariest creature in this game. But in my personal opinion, it's the least scary. That's the most beautiful if I've ever seen it. And you guys know me. We all have different opinions on beauty and ugliness. This creature's not the prettiest, but it has the prettiest noises. And you guys know I love music, so it's kind of one of those other things where I enjoy types of music that are odd to others, but normal to me. So like, if you look at how I'm building, I'm putting reinforcements even though I know it's not necessary, but just in case, you know, makes it easier for me to repair it. But the basic concept here is that I'm using something that I absolutely hate, the Reaper Leviathan, and I'm using its oddly calming vocals. Just as Russian songs tend to unsettle most, it's oddly calming. I'm using the same concept for most of my chill streams. If I'm alone, I'm going to come on Subnautica and continue to build this. And I'm going to keep building it until I just get bored of it. And Eventually, yes, that's going to be a fact. I'm going to get bored of it, and I'm going to want to stop doing it, and eventually I will, but until then, just remember the basic concepts that I've kind of listed, and try and remember that question. Go back if you need to find that question. Like I said, about 11 minutes when I started that question. Because I spent about I asked the question, gave you about 2 minutes just to see it, and I'll do the same thing for if you want to try it with your eyes closed. Go back 2 minutes, pause it, close your eyes, then play it. And it changes the perspective. Like, the dark is a scary place. Yes. Are you afraid of the dark, or are you afraid of what's in the dark? If darkness is a place, there's an inside to it and there's an outside to it. The daytime is the outside to dark. The dark is the inside of what you're in. So, I think this is now just a kind of like one of those sessions where I'm trying to help people over their fears. Like, I'm afraid of heights. I can still go to height places. Like, eventually I'm gonna want to fly to Italy or something, so I gotta get over that the rational but irrational fear of heights. And you guys are probably wondering what I mean by that. The concept here is, I hate the height. I hate high places. I never liked them. Ever since I was like 5, I hated high places. Like, even a bunk bed was pretty creepy, but I mean, as long as I knew I was on a stable location, I was okay with it. So that's a fun little talkable thing. There's not really much to say, but even the most irrational things that you're afraid of are sometimes the complete opposite of what you're afraid of. Like, I'm afraid of the dark, like I said, but I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of what's in the dark, which people look at it in different ways, so you could say I'm a coward because I say that, but for the most part, nowadays that I look at it, it's not that I'm afraid of the dark. I've always had this weird paranoia of being watched, and I think it's pretty rational for where I live as of right now, because we've had robberies quite consistently over here since the past, like, couple weeks. What up, dude? But that's, like, the main thing. Like, I fear the dark because of what's in the dark, not what the dark is. It's what's in it that scares me. So, regardless on what's in the background, sometimes the simplest of spooky creatures, which that Reaper Leviathan, like I said, I hate it. I will never look at it. I enjoy it. I find it to be the most beautiful sound, other than like the Ghost Leviathan and even the Dragon Leviathan. Thanks for the help, I really appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's what I do. It's what I do. Just gotta remember, because I'm kind of telling my stream this here too. Your fears are irrational in a way, but they're not always what you think they are. Looks are deceiving, so are titles. Titles are deceiving. Like, people say I'm the best sniper in a group, or I'm a really good battlefield sniper. Okay, well that's true, but there are better. So, try and remember, like I said, I hate the Ghost Leviathan. I hate those, and I will never play this game in creative, or out of creative, and come down here and build this. Because I hate it. It's big. It's spooky. And that's one of my most irrational things to hate, because it makes such a beautiful noise. So at this point, I'm just kind of sitting here and I'm picturing the beauty. You gotta picture the beauty to be inside it. So you have to know the beauty. Like, even for this, I'm gonna go, honestly, just go get some eggs. I'm just gonna go get some of the in-game eggs. And I'm gonna put them all in here. And I'm just gonna, at certain points, just sit in here and relax. So I think this is one of those things where if I play a game long enough and I remember all the small details, so that I could build habitats, for example. This is beautiful to me. I love this. I love just the concept of it. And I'm not even inside of it yet. Because once you put a hatch, it's free game. So, I think now, I'm gonna go get some fish, and I'm gonna put them in here. And then, after that, it kinda goes to the whole, alright, well, let's just let it live in here and everything. And it keeps this odd calm. So I'm pretty much making a home inside of a game that doesn't even look like I should be playing. but I am. It's late at night, but I'm playing the game because I enjoy this game. I love it. I always have. Like I said, best things to do are to sit down late at night and play the game as if it was just another really good day. If you guys can kind of hear, I'm drowsy, I'm tired, my throat really hurts. But I'm calm. It's like if I just played some of the audio from this game and you heard that from an unexpected and you see some of these creatures, it changes your perspective. Like, this makes a pretty noise. If you actually saw it, it can kill you very quickly. It's a very lethal thing in this game. But it's a nice thing to hear. Such a beautiful noise. I hope your throat feels better. Well, I'm drinking water. It's just kind of a mix of I'm talking pretty quiet. Howdy. Neither. We were talking about Subnautica and how Reaper Leviathan's, you know, vocal recognition is really calm. Hop on my stream, you'll understand. The best trip here is just stay quiet right away, okay? Like, as soon as you're in it, trust me. You'll understand almost instantly after. Yeah, this game is based completely on underwater travel. Originally you got... Can I have some? Yeah, you gotta sink. Oof. Like on... Alright. Nosology. Oof. Oh, there it is. So, see guys, this is, yep, see what I mean? Yep, I heard. I'm all ready for you. Yeah, I got you. Okay. So this, guys, is what I'm talking about. That's the thing that I hate the most. Now, I'm in creative, so I'm not as scared, but I'm tense here. So this is the thing that I find oddly calming. Just listen to it up close. Now, I'm gonna go back to my base, and then we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna let you listen. Yeah, that's the Reaper. That's the Reaper Leviathan. That's the one I hate the most. You don't see me. See? You don't see me. I'm not here. I never was here. Now listen. It's so much calmer when it's farther away. Now, just remember, that's it up close. I'm farther away. It's so much... Yeah, he's cute, but there's a cuter one. There's a cuter Leviathan in this game. That one just... It's cute from a distance. Calm, yes. This is so calm. Just shh, listen to the noises. There it was. See? So calm. This is the most chill I could be on this game. Like, my base is big enough to support at least 5 people. Calm, I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? Right, is it just the fact that I'm talking oddly calm, or something along those lines? Because that I would completely understand. Or was it something in the background? It's temp. I know. I know it is. God, why is this so calming just to be right here? I'm not even close to the thing. It's like maybe 50 to 90 meters away from me. It's over there. It's over there more so. And this is calm. And I enjoy this. You could fit like a whole orphanage in me. What do you mean 5 people? Well, 5 people because in one of these, I think it is... I don't know exactly which one it is. Not really. You too ugly to be my daddy. My daddy got natural curly hair. I'll call you brother, but I ain't gonna call you daddy. Magic. Just put some lighting down here. Just to help ease some of the tension. Because holy crap, it's dark in here. I just put that right there. No one will care. See? This is what I find oddly calming in part of the day. This, to me, is one of the best parts of a night. I always... Right, I call you homeboy, I'll call you home slice, but I ain't gonna call you daddy. Yeah, nah, my girl is the only one who calls me daddy. Yeah, that makes sense. My homie, there you go. That's always a good one. Homeboy, home sliced bread, sliced dog. Speaking of bread, I'm literally eating homemade bread as we're talking. Hey, look, a warper. It's like the second one over here. By the way, mind you, you guys will notice I haven't built a single generator in the entire sections that I've been here. I have no reason to build one. Like daughter, GF. Yeah, pretty good point there. But yeah, so this is probably my most calming one so far that I've been in, because there's actually a world which I refuse to join usually. I might go and show you that one later. But if you guys have ever heard the urban like the creepypasta based for this game, there is one, yes. They're in the void in a certain section, like once you get lost in the void essentially, there are noises you could hear, which I did hear the noises. I don't think it's a creepypasta, I think it's like 100% true there. You don't see anything ever, of course, but there is something down there. Because you could hear it. If you want, I will go and show you guys, but right now, I kinda don't want to crap my pants. I don't need to change those yet. But there we go. Now we got our lights, we got our simpleton house for the time being. We'll make some extra sections, of course, later on. Which one? What do you mean, which one? This isn't the void. This is nowhere near it. Well... Yeah, shows bro. Alright, let me save this because that's a lot of progress and I've been sitting here for maybe... I think I've been sitting here for at least an hour doing, like, not even an hour, it's like 30 minutes, but it feels like about 40 because I started before this, just trying to get to this location. Brochacho, brotacho, brototototo. I don't know, I'm tired. Oh, your poor girlfriend. Alright. Alright. Crunching my knuckles. Oh, that was a good crunch. Those were good crunches. It's almost like this bread that I got, literally. Listen to this. That's some good bread. That's the good bread there. Aw. Look at that. Look at the one that I'm currently hovering over. The yellow one. You'll understand. I haven't been on this since last year. Good night, dude. This is the one place I will refuse to go. Riley. Pop. Alright. Mind you, this is with my flashlight on. Just listen to the background. Let me turn up my master volume. Okay, that's already all the way up. Okay. I'm just gonna quickly say, it's a very faint noise, but it's there. I don't know if any of y'all couldn't really hear it, but it is extremely faint. I hear it, but it's faint. So, but there were noises last time I played that, forever ago, so that's the main thing to keep in mind. There were noises back there, forever ago. So I've had like a 30-minute stream. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the stream and probably end up going to play something else for the rest of the night. If you guys want to see some more content, make sure to let me know what kind. I have a bunch of SPS. I have Battlefield 1 and 5, which always gave me a hard time. I have Overwatch. Sorry, I'm hiccuping like crazy. So I'm gonna get off this stream in a second here, and I'm gonna go ahead and go play either Overwatch or I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna end up leaving this party that I was in and put on some music and just chill until I get tired. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little bit of a stream, and if you guys, like I said, want to see more of these little bits of content every here and there, let me know. And yeah, so I guess I'll talk to you all at probably tomorrow. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.